Yo, what's up? It's Ben Scarborough, and I'm chilling here at Third Eye Collective in the secret room with one very special guest. Whipped Cream is in the studio today.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
It's
so cold here.
Yes, on this extremely cold day in Atlanta. Not like this in Los Angeles, is it?
No. I'm actually originally from Toronto, but I've been living in in LA now for like 7 months, and I'm very much...
How do you like it in Los Angeles?
I prefer not to live there, but for work, it is the place to be right now.
Essential evil, huh?
That's right, yeah.
So you're in the studio a lot.
I am.
These days.
Yes.
I've been gathering that.
Yes, you've gathered correctly.
Do you like the studio?
I love the studio. I would live in the studio.
Tell us how much you like the studio.
I don't think there's anything better in life than making music. So being at a studio, like whether it's like in my bedroom or like a big ass studio.
The studio. Mm-hmm. It's like a state of mind, right?
That's right.
So I'm a video editor by trade.
Okay.
And usually to edit 4K video, you need like the most powerful computer that you can possibly sit in front of.
Right. I totally would understand that for sure.
Usually when I take my MacBook on the go or I have to edit portably, I have to make some sacrifices. Like I can't edit it with all the horsepower that I need. Do you get that feeling when you're in the studio, sitting at a giant workstation and then like editing on the
No,
the go?
Because literally most of the time I'm just plugging into an aux cord. I'm not even joking to make beats. Yeah, I don't need all the fancy shit. Excuse my French.
Oh no, it's internet.
Okay, fire. Like I don't need that. Really, I'm just there to make beats, and obviously, I will plug into like an external interface sometimes, like an Apollo or whatever, but most of the time when I'm at the studio, I'm literally just plugging into an aux cord to make records. I'm not even joking.
Do you have a preference of DAW? Do you like
Ableton?
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Ableton looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like screenshots of it look amazing, but when I look at it, I unfortunately don't know what the hell is going on.
Have you produced a record before?
I have not.
Okay. So yeah, when I started like 7 years ago, I did not know how to produce either, and I tried FL Studio, which a lot of people who make beats use. Mm-hmm. And then I tried Ableton, and a lot of people just told me, stick with Ableton, you won't regret it. And I did, and like I'm really happy I did stick with Ableton because a lot of my peers use it, so it's dope. But I think there's a lot of things you can do. Like Ableton has a lot of plugins that are built in. Like, obviously you want to use external plugins to make different kind of sounds and make your songs fatter, whatever, and melodies, whatever. But honestly, you can make sick records. Majority of my records are with Ableton's like plugins, no joke.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you get the feeling that now that this tool in your tool belt, Ableton, is under control, that you could produce like any genre of music with Ableton?
Absolutely. Yep. From rock to rap.
What a powerful feeling.
It's literally like, by no means do I think I am like one of the top tier producers. I produce by feeling and heart and by the love of it and learning pretty much like a kid, like what does this thing do? What does that thing do? I'm not even joking. That's how I learned. And with
beating
YouTube,
on pots and pans, if you will.
Facts. Like literally, like everything to me is like playing in a playground every day when I'm producing. And I will forever be learning. Every day I learn like things that blow my mind. Like for real. It's crazy. If I get to sit in with like someone super technical in a session, I will pick up so much knowledge and apply. So it's quite interesting because I never went to school or anything for this. I literally just fucked around.
Some of my best software experiences have been just that.
Yeah.
Trying to break something and then figuring out that I have all this extra power with the software.
Totally.
So it's really cool to have you in the studio here again. I think when we sat down last time, you were talking about your like hit list of all these places you wanted to go.
Yeah.
And when I saw you tweet out the tour list for 2019, I was just like, oh, there she goes.
Thank you.
Like Coachella twice? Do people get to do that? Is that like a normal thing?
Well, in my defense, I did play Coachella, but I didn't really. It was like a tent called the Heineken tent. But
oh no, you played Coachella.
but we did have the biggest crowd both weekends.
Oh, that's great.
At that stage, the lineup went around, the tent, which was very exciting to make some kind of statement. Just like at this tent, people go there to have a drink.
Did you see anything different about these music festivals that are older, like Lollapalooza kind of being an older versus like a newer music festival, like in the way that they were run? Did they do cooler things, newer things?
I absolutely adored Lollapalooza.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a good time there. Yeah, I mean, newer festivals are new, right? Just like anything, like when you're trying something new, or when a business launches the first year, there's some things that, not even that it's new and exciting, but there's some things that aren't down pat yet, where these festivals that have been running 5+ years at least have a little bit more organization. You can see the strings
maybe on these newer festivals a little bit, the gears turning underneath it.
Yeah, totally. But shout out to anyone that's starting a festival or year 1 or year 2. I know that you probably don't make money for, like, I don't know, maybe 3 years on a new festival.
I believe it.
So like shout out to you for seeing a longer term vision. And there's some new festivals I know already are legendary, like Lost Lands.
Like Lost Lands.
Mm-hmm.
This is giving you an opportunity, I guess, to meet people in the same field, maybe? Like while you're at backstage, you're rubbing shoulders with some musicians, maybe networking.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I have never been one to, like, be like, I'm going to go to this club and I'm going to go and talk to this person, and, like, we're going to talk business. Like, it's so, like, inorganic and, like, cheesy to me. And, like, I think it's important for new artists to go out and meet people, like, for sure. Like, I'm not saying don't do that or don't think you're, like, above it. I feel awkward, like, feeling forced, like
the organic feeling better.
Absolutely. Almost every relationship, even like a lot of people that I get in the studio with, I've met them prior, just randomly,
Mm-hmm.
So
tell us all about the Lil Xan record coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm super excited about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
You're like, okay, great.
Moving on. She's excited, guys.
Yeah, I'm really excited because, like, as many, if people know anything about, like, my music and my story, a lot of it has been, like, electronic based. I have not really done a crossover record quite yet. I mean, I kind of dabbed with Death by Romy, with putting a singer on a record, but still, the record wasn't for radio. It's more cinematic and dark and industrial. So, like, I'm bringing my dark, industrial, weird, experimental, underground electronic sound to hip-hop now. So I made this record, and, like, I remember sitting in the studio with him and playing a whole bunch of records, and in the back of my mind, I was like, this is this record. Like, the juxtaposition of, like, how hard this record goes and, like, just the way he raps, I think it would be so sick. Mm-hmm. And, like, I was really hoping, and it was, like, the first record I played, and then we went through 19, and then he's like, what was that like, he loved every record, but, like, he was like, that first record, and then it just, like, it was just like butter. Like, he just killed it. He was also, like, shout out Lil Xan, like, high key, one of the nicest people. He showed up to the studio half an hour before I did, thanked me profusely, thinking, like, his first show was EDM. He's so about EDM.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the kid is super talented too. Sweetheart, angel. I'm so excited to put this out.
Who did the artwork? The artwork looks great. That's like 3D models of your faces, right?
She's amazing. So I've been following her for a few years now. I'm just gonna get her exact name so that we can do like a little bit of a quick shout out so that people know who she is and what she's about. On Instagram, it's Pastelae. So that's Pastelae. And she's just like an amazing, unique kind of left-minded artist. Like, I guess every artist in a way has their own thing, but she's just like next level, where she's bringing like lights and darks together, and like not so necessarily beautiful images, but they're like beautiful in their like ugly ways. And I mean that in like all respect. It's just so interesting to me. So yeah, I've been following her, and then like we were thinking about doing a music video for this, and it might still happen, but at this time I wanted to just do it this way. And we do have a little bit of a music video coming out with her.
Really?
Yeah, it's super sick. So
I think we all just heard that at the same time, right? Like that's hype.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, yeah, she's so talented that I just thought that this was the way to go for this record.
Isn't it so cool that you can see, like with certain songs that you're really passionate about, that you really like, you can just like see the music video for it right there. You can just visualize it. You're like, oh, the only visual with this song is like
honestly,
this.
every single song I do, literally when it's done or even in the process, as soon as that vocal gets on, like I'm sitting on a lot of tracks with vocalists right now, and like I almost know what every music video would be. It's like to the what we're wearing.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You're like, I'm a director. Yes!
Yeah. Oh, music and visualization, it goes hand in hand, and I think you can take your listener to even another level. And it's interesting because you never know what your listener is thinking about when they listen to your song.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's cool. Let them do that, and then when they see the video, they get even more in detail of what you were as the artist thinking. You know.
Mm-hmm. So something that I discovered recently when Old Town Road was on the charts is that you can have a record chart, and then if you upload a remix, those streams can count towards the previous record. So it's always a good idea to have like a remix because it all counts to the same thing. Have you ever thought about exploring this? Has this happened to you yet?
No, it has not, because I haven't really released anything with vocals on it. I mean, people have remixed my records, some really fire electronic remixes. But yeah, I think down the road here, when we have a hot record, that's something I absolutely would explore. Absolutely.
I've also heard that we're in this like single-driven music economy right now.
So true.
Where your relevance is like how many singles can you drop? What do you feel about the collection, the album format? Nowadays?
I honestly think albums are still so tight and EPs are so sick, and I wish there were more of them. But you're right. The way that, I don't know, like maybe the attention span of your normal
That's
listener
what I keep
right
hearing.
now.
It's like, y'all, your attention span. Like we're over here trying to cook up a whole album for you guys, but you don't want the album. What's up with that?
And you know what? As throughout the years, people change and things change with the phones that we have now. That wasn't back in the day, you know, just everything at your fingertips now. I can have whatever I want right now just at a phone call. Food will be, you know, Uber Eats, Uber, whatever. Like, everything is now. So, like, those people that are taking the time to make albums and, like, I just, like, I respect it so much. But as
the
a new...
craft. Yeah,
100%. But as a new artist right now, like, yeah, I have a project in the works, 100%.
Oh,
but
nice.
Yes. But the singles are so important to light the fire, you know?
It's like an opportunity to kind of get everyone together, right?
Yeah.
Like you make the music, like let's see who we can get together to make the artwork happen. Yeah.
And albums, like an album or an EP kind of shows like a vision, more of a vision of what this artist is, you know? It's a story, it's a movie, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like throwback to the old Pink Floyd albums where you just kind of close your eyes and listen to it and there's a whole movie that plays out in your head.
Exactly.
Such a cool concept.
That's exactly. Or James Blake, you know, or Frank Ocean. Those are great examples, you know, of a true artist that can take you on a ride, you know?
So what's it like, and I have to ask this question because I get the feeling that a lot of people out there, aspiring musicians and artists, kind of they think about this all the time, but do you think the verification process on the internet, the fact that everybody's like trying to become verified on the internet, do you think it kind of puts you in a different echelon of musician
when you're verified? Like with the blue check mark?
Yeah, or you could just be a person. You could be an influencer. You could be a content creator.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the verification that does egos or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know. Like, when I got verified, it was cool. Like, I was like, yeah. For like one day, I was like, yeah, what's up? But then it's like, hey, like...
Are there cons? Or like, have you noticed any kind of unwanted attention or like
I mean,
weirdness?
you're kind of in the limelight when you're an artist. I mean, most people, if they're, you know, wanting to spread their music to as many people as possible, like myself, you're asking for it, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if having a verification like really does anything for you. Like, I know a ton of artists that like inspire me that I don't even think are verified. So I don't think it really means anything, but I'm sure maybe a promoter or something or a booker, a new artist, it's like, oh, they have 5,000 followers and they're verified. They must like check the, but I don't know. I don't put too much attention to it.
It's such a weird thing that I've seen some firsthand accounts on Reddit of people getting verified and then they just like crack under pressure. Everything is an official statement from them after that point.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And some people lose the verification because they post things, inappropriate things. And it just feels like you're treading on, potentially thin ice when that happens because you are in the limelight.
Yeah, for sure. If you say some dumb shit, some shit that shouldn't be said, like, I mean, really, wrong shit, you could lose your whole career, So good. Let them take the badge away so that you wake up maybe and be a better person.
Yeah, that's the point, counterpoint.
For sure. I know a couple people that have lost their badge on Twitter.
Yeah, just
and sometimes it's not fair, but
I guess, there's policies in place to protect that, right?
Exactly.
Canada, never been, always wanted to go. Toronto, Vancouver, they're up there.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up there? And when did you make your way to the States?
So are you born and raised in Atlanta?
No.
Where are you from originally?
Right near the beach, Virginia Beach.
Ooh, I love that place. Super beautiful. And Atlanta's so beautiful, too. Mm-hmm. Two great places.
On the East Coast.
That's right, on the East Coast. So, yeah, I was born in Toronto, and I lived there till I was, 11, I think.
Okay.
I loved being there. I loved the city. I loved my friends. I loved the culture, the music, the food, the energy, the hustling energy. Then we moved at 11 to Vancouver Island, a town of 80,000 people called Nanaimo. Shout out Nanaimo. Love that place. Super beautiful nature, city, smaller city, 80,000 people again. Very chill place. So that's kind of what I became, this hustling yet chill as fuck human being from these two places that raised me, you know? And I didn't really start coming out to LA until the last 3 years, maybe the last 4 years. It came to a point where I was coming here 3 times a month. This is why I moved to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. It just, the amount of work I've done in LA in the last 6 months, there's no reason why I would be anywhere else right now, But to answer your question, what's it like? It was great. I love Canada. I hope to have a home back maybe on the West Coast.
Okay.
I like Vancouver a lot.
Where does it's my understanding that you have a history with figure skating, right?
Yes.
When did that start?
I think I was my dad put me on the ice when I was 5 or 6.
Whoa.
And then, I was super young. My big thing was just expressing myself through the music on the ice. So at that age, I would just it'd be a public rink and I'd be in the middle, just dancing to Khalees and shit. And I loved it. And then I didn't get into lessons until 8 or 9. And then, just I was fucking obsessed with skating.
How serious did you take it?
Where did it
take you?
To the point where I did not live a normal life. So much like how I am right now with music. I was utterly, passionately obsessed. Not a normal life that I lived. I hardly went to high school. I just went to the rink. My parents were super supportive.
Okay.
Like 5 a.m. I'd wake up, okay? While I'm in 15, 16, 17, 18, when all these kids are having fun and going out and shit. I just went to the rink at 5 a.m. before school. And then I'd go to school late at 10 a.m. and then I'd stay till 1 p.m. and then I'd go back to the rink from 3 to 6 and then I'd go to the gym.
Okay.
Every day.
I saw that your dad was clapping back at some haters.
Yeah.
On IG.
Yeah, my dad's so sick. I don't even remember what happened. That was a couple years ago. Do you remember what happened with that? He was definitely, my dad has an Instagram account and someone was I can't believe you dance so much when you're DJing. You should learn how to actually DJ. Uh-huh. And it's just something along those lines. Sorry if it's not right exactly what I said. And then my dad responded I've known her since she was born. And I know how hard she's worked. I've seen her from her fucking bedroom practice CDJs for fucking 6 to 10 hours a day when she was learning. I know that girl can mix with her eyes closed kind of thing. She just feeling music. I can't stop when I'm on there. I love DJing. Uh-huh. Why can't I express myself fully? If I can fucking move around while I DJ, then why the fuck not? Why do I have to stand there?
I don't think you're rocking a crowd at that point.
They're rocking me. That energy, though. Yeah.
So the iconic post-set photo, right?
Yes.
Those are fun, I bet.
So fun. Super fun.
Have you ever had a crowd that wasn't cooperative?
I mean,
maybe they were like, you're like, let's take a photo, and they were like, eh.
No,
like,
I don't think I've ever had that. But if it ever happens, it'd be
good.
kind of funny. You guys should probably try that sometime. No, they're always down. They're like, fuck yeah, let's take a photo.
Did you see Drake get booed off the stage at the Flog Gnaw Festival the other day?
So I heard about it.
Wild.
Can you tell me more?
Probably a career first for Drake. Basically, the Tyler, the Creator, Odd Future fans are, a different breed.
Right.
Or one of them has a great idea and everybody follows suit, like the loudest Twitter fan in the group or whatever. So at this music festival, I think it's called Flog Gnaw. Yeah. Everybody thought the secret guest at the end of the set was going to be Frank Ocean.
Right.
And so when Drake popped out, one guy, was like tweeted like, boo this motherfucker off stage. Everybody starts booing Drake. And it's weird. It's kind of eerie to watch the footage because he's like, being as polite as he can. But at some point he addresses the crowd and he's like, if you guys want me to get off the stage, it's all love, but let me know now. And everyone boos him off stage. And he was like, all right, peace out. And then he walks off stage. It's so crazy because he's just like faced. And Tyler, the Creator, issues a statement on it. And
what did he say?
He said, hey, it's a music festival. I thought bringing one of the world's most popular musicians out would be cool, but apparently it's not. So fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then Drake was like, okay, cool. Thanks, Flog Gnaw. It was real. I'll enjoy playing every year until you guys are 30. See, or he was like, see you every year until you're 30
Good.
or something like that.
That is quite surprising to me and upsetting to me to hear that, honestly. I grew up a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. Sid the Kid, Earl Sweatshirt, Taco, all of them. Like, as a kid, my room was covered in their posters. And, when I heard his music, like, even before he popped, I knew who he was. And I knew Tyler is a GOAT, okay, period. Like, he is an innovator. He did not give a fuck what people said. He needed his thing. Why? Because he loved music.
Yep.
He loved the fuck out of music. And he inspires a whole bunch of kids. It breaks my... And then on Drake's standpoint, incredible human being. Who gives a fuck who has writers, who doesn't? He's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay? As an artist myself, to get to that level, could you imagine?
I mean, he's got records that he broke the Beatles records.
Yeah. Drake is... I would absolutely work with either artist, hands down, utter respect. As an artist, hearing this, it breaks my heart because what I'm trying to do with electronic music is never have something in a box and always do something that's going to be like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's dope. What Tyler did, no one was expecting. He didn't do it for clout. He didn't do it to sell tickets. No one could see Tyler bringing Drake out. That's iconic.
Yeah.
If you booed that, I'm sorry.
I think it was Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken.
It's just like, where's the respect? People are trying to change music and help people here, and it upsets me. But I hope I'm sure that'll happen to me one day. It actually has happened to me where I've opened for a heavy dubstep act, and I'm a female DJ that plays multi-genre music, including rap and R&B. And I have had people front row literally giving me like blowjob gestures and shit.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's
like people don't know how to act when they get out of their house.
Yeah,
and off the internet or something.
Exactly. But as an artist, I'm sure Drake handled it like a boss. He has haters. And when you're that big, you're always going to have haters. And I've had haters since the day I fucking started. And I'll continue to have them. And I wish them love. And I wish them to open their minds more, through my art. Because that's why I'm crossing over. I think it's so cool that I can do something new here with music, with my gifts, and maybe open some minds to listening, Sorry, that fucking heated me up.
he did handle it very respectively. I mean, he didn't snap at anybody on stage. He just kind of like polled the audience, and the audience spoke. And, he was kind of like, you could see if you watch the tweet, he's like...
I don't
he's like, I guess I'll just leave.
That, honestly.
Yeah, just take it from me. It was kind of tragic, but it definitely was probably a career first on that level for Drake, and it made headlines all over.
Haters, man. Haters. And it's sickening. It's actually making me feel sick that happened. I just like shout out Tyler the Creator one time and shout out Drake, and that's it. Everyone who booed, I don't know. I can't wait till I play next year and they all fucking boo me because of what I just said.
What would Tyler the Creator say? Eat a dick.
He would say eat a dick. Like, support. You know, Tyler puts so much energy into these festivals too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the merchandise.
This was not some joke. This was something he wanted to do for his fans. Yeah. He's thinking about the fans.
Yeah.
And look at the response. He's a good host. He's a great host. Please be my host, Tyler. Shout out. Please
Felicia the Goat.
Bring whipped cream to the Flognaw next year.
So when you are not working, like when you are mentally clocked out and it's not time to produce anything and it's time to just be yourself, what are some ways that you decompress? What are some of the things you like to do? I know gaming in the studio is really popular here. Do you have any like go-tos, meditation, yoga, anything like that?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I like meditate here and there, and I used to do a lot of yoga. But it's gotten to a point where I'm literally working every day that I haven't done yoga in maybe 6 months. I practice meditation when I'm in the shower. Like, I'll close everything off and, you know, really get to just like being here and knowing, feeling how lucky I am to just be able to breathe. It's really the little things, you know, having two parents still around and having, you know, people that really truly do care about me. And, you know, those are the things that we forget about, like even being able to breathe and see and hear.
Yeah.
That I try to remind myself to keep myself grateful, you know.
You know, you're in the studio and hours are just falling off the clock, right?
Yeah. Oh, being in this industry, time goes by very fast, and I'm trying to tell myself it doesn't, you know, but yeah, time goes by super fast when you're doing what you love and it's going a million miles a fucking hour. It's crazy how fast.
Can you see yourself being in music until they put you on the ground?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't see myself doing anything else. Literally, if I went deaf, I would still find a way. Like, I'm not even joking. I would find some kind of way to do something.
It's like you're just passing off sheet music, like here.
Yeah, I can't. The funny thing is, I can't even write music. Like I can't read it or write it.
You know, I wonder how many people out here who call themselves musicians these days can actually write traditional sheet music.
Probably a lot. Yeah, probably a lot. I think I'm pretty sure like Jimi Hendrix and the guy from the Beatles.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah, Paul McCartney. Similar situation. I could be wrong on this. Let's double check after the interview.
It's just in them, you know?
Yeah.
It's different when it's in you.
Yeah.
Like you ain't new to it, you true to it.
Yeah. Even when I was young, people would come up to me like, I remember as a kid, like being 10 or 11 and just like feeling music. I never took a dance class in my life. As a figure skater, it's more technical than, you know, feeling and shit, you know, which sucks. But people would come up to me and be like, there's some kind of like weird energy with you in music. Like you feel music. Like I was that kid that was always playing those records for kids, and they'd be like, what is this? Where did you find this? What's this music video? Make the playlist at the
You're like,
rink.
what's life telling me right now?
Yeah. Like I had no idea what was about to happen, you know.
I got into music when I was in high school.
Okay.
But it was a consumer. I was inspired at the time by reviewers, and I challenged myself over the course of my high school career to listen to everything in this coffee table book that we had at the crib called 1001 Albums You Need to Hear Before You Die. And over the course of 4 years, I actually listened to maybe give or take a few that I couldn't find, but I mean like a majority of popular music, you know, learning about genres, learning about, you know, how an artist changed up their, you know, the sophomore slump, the second album, oh my God, everyone's looking at the second album or whatever.
Right.
And this was at a time before streaming services were a thing, right? So we actually had to go find these albums on the internet, like they were zipped up and on Mediafire and all this shit.
Oh, wow.
And there was a website called Pink's Pig Palace that was actually shut down. There were all these images of people like kicking in this guy's door and carrying servers out, but they had a share ratio, and the idea that you could download music and it would count against your ratio unless you shared something or let people see. You had to
that's a
seed
really
a torrent.
cool service.
It's very archaic now when you think about it, because it's all, you know, Spotify kind of killed that. But
totally.
There was a time when if there was a rare EP that I wanted that only got like a vinyl or cassette tape release, I would have to, pull it down, but then share something. And on message boards, if I had a vinyl record that they wanted, I would have to rip the vinyl record side A, side B in the highest possible quality and release it myself, basically on per specifications of the website for people to download it. And it was such a cool community that I, in a flash, maybe my senior year, I was a part of, and then it was gone. And a lot of whack-a-mole services popped up in the meantime, but mostly it's kind of gone, and I miss it. That was like one of the most exciting times in music where I actually felt like I was contributing rare and out-of-print vinyl to, the masses or some shit like that.
That's really cool.
But I have some questions about maybe like your earliest or maybe like your favorite period in consuming music. Like, did you have cassettes? Was it the iPod Classic? Did you get involved with peer-to-peer like Napster or anything like that?
Yeah, Napster, LimeWire, right? Those were the two for me. I think there was a couple more Shark something, maybe not. But I was like downloading music on Napster. I think that's my first earliest memories. So.
The first song I ever downloaded. You ready for this? I remember the light bulb going off in my head. I remember running around my parents' house thinking like I had made fire. I was like, oh my God. It was the Baja Man, Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh my gosh. Fire record in your defense.
That was my eureka moment where when I heard that coming out of my little PC speakers, like double clicking on the MP3, I lost it. I was like, so funny. My God.
That's so funny. That record's hard though.
It still is kind of hard. You might hear it at a jungle night, like at the club.
My local club in Nanaimo, we hear it.
You go out in Atlanta, most of the time you're going to hear trap, variations of trap, subgenres of trap,
my favorite.
Alt trap, dark trap,
I love the music in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's cool because, if you get your record broken in the clubs here, then you're almost guaranteed radio play everywhere else or something like that.
That's so tight.
Yeah, some of it is strip club anthems. Some of it is just music that slaps in the club at a higher BPM. The DJs throw in hip hop at different BPMs and stuff like that.
Right.
That's got to be fun, right? When you're in front of a crowd and you're just like tossing records, like bam,
yeah,
bam, bam.
And being silent about it too. Like especially my own records, when I'm testing like a brand new record, sometimes I won't say anything.
Oh yeah.
And I just watch them.
You just drop your own record in the middle of a set. Yeah. That's cool. So I'm into video editing, and I had to learn video editing myself. I didn't want to go to school for it. I read 2 articles when I was in high school, both by the same guy. One was called Why You Need to Go to Film School, Why You Don't Need to Go to Film School.
Right.
The latter kind of resonated with me a little bit more because it was more like you could go to film school, and the final project everybody ends up working on is one guy's short film instead of everybody's short film.
Right.
Or you can just be entrepreneurial about it. I feel the same, and I feel like I'll be probably editing video until I die. It's just one of those things that's in you. And you just like, I can't imagine being alive and not working on some kind of.
It's best feeling.
It is
something that lights you like that.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people out there are maybe still on the fence about what they want to do. A lot of people are like, is it worth giving up the day job to kind of like take a risk and pursue a career? And so I got to give it up to anybody out there who's pursuing a career in whatever they believe in. Just stick with it. I know. Absolutely,
100%. Like, I'd say a lot of my friends have come to me and said, I don't know what my passion is. Like, what do I do? Don't fret. Like, that's all I can say. Life will give it to you when you're ready. So go read a book, go outside, go travel, go work, do something you would never do. Life will give it to you when you're ready. And whether it's at 8 years old, 2 years old, 47, there's no age to when it comes, and you're just going to fucking know. So don't worry. Worrying is what's stopping you. You need to learn. Life gives you what you need at the right time. So if you don't know it, that's totally fine, because there was a time when I was done figure skating that I had no fucking idea what I was about to do. I lived my whole life skating, and then one day I was like, okay, I'm done. Everyone around me was like, what the fuck? I had no idea what I was going to do. And when I knew, I fucking knew. So all I can say is it's natural to worry. You're only human. You see people crushing it and like light up when they're talking about what they love. But like, that's the number one thing I tell people. Everything happens for a reason. And there'll be something that connects the dots for you. Yeah. Don't rush it.
Yeah, I've been seeing this go around Twitter, and it's like the wait your turn thing. Everyone's like, wait your turn.
Right.
And that's supposed to be the motivational thing, like wait your turn.
Yeah. I don't believe in that. If I waited my turn when so many people told me to wait my turn to play this festival, do this, work with that person, that's not true. You don't need to wait your turn. You make your turn. If you want something, you go get it. Like, period. Like, period. You don't need to wait for shit. If someone said you're doing something too quick, fuck them. You do things when you want, you know? I mean, listen to people. Listen to what I'm saying in this interview. I have one
message
disclaimer. You listen to what I'm saying and then forget about it if you don't agree, or, you know, that's what I tell people when I'm showing them like how I produced a record. Like, I don't necessarily do things correctly by the book. I just do them how I feel. Okay, disclaimer over. But yeah, I don't even know what we were just talking about, but
just some big old facts today here on the radio. So, how long are you in Atlanta?
I'm here for a couple days. I think I leave on Sunday. I have a show
with R.L. Grime, right?
Yeah, I have a show with R.L. Grime this weekend.
Big shit popping, little shit stopping.
That's right. We are going hard in the paint on the day of Saturday at 787 Windsor.
ATL, get your tickets up.
Get them. It's going to be a great show. I'm super excited for it.
We'll be there.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Are you going to be working on any music while you're here in the studio at all?
Yeah, today and tomorrow. Yeah.
Sessions.
Yes.
Sessions on sessions. So this wouldn't be an episode of The Secret Room if I did not ask you favorite video game.
I'll be leaving now.
Okay. Favorite emoji.
Oh. Okay. Probably the world emoji.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one with the Western Hemisphere showing, or the one with the Eastern Hemisphere
think
showing?
Any world emoji, even the one that's symbolic, like the
all
baby,
globes.
The baby blue one. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, that international.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
that one too.
Yeah, I love the world emoji. It's probably my favorite one. Or the blue square WC emoji.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't mean water closet. It means whipped cream. Steve Jobs made it for us. Shout out Steve Jobs.
I'm actually going to spam that on this post.
WC.
Let us get a WC in the chat. If you fucking with whipped cream.
They're all like.
They're like, hang on, I got to find it. Where is it? I think it's
emoji.
toward the right.
They're like the shit emoji. It's okay, guys.
I like the palm tree emoji and the black heart.
The palm tree emoji and the black heart slap. Those are good ones. Those were probably like top 10 for me.
Island baby.
That's right. VA baby. Is that the code for... I'm Canadian.
VA?
Yeah. Code. Is that what you call it?
VA.
Okay.
It's a good scene.
I love it.
Virginia's for lovers. That's all. That's the bumper sticker of the state. My parents fell in love there. They tried to move back there, actually, but they decided to retire here in the South.
Aww.
But it would have been cool for them to go back up there and rekindle
there. And it's hot, right? Or does it get cold there?
It actually has both temperatures for the seasons. Down here, it's so mixed. Like just 3 days ago, it was very hot.
That's what I heard.
In between two very cold days, and that's just Atlanta for you.
It's so cold today.
But I see that there's a cold front, I saw this article. This headline was ridiculous. It had this graphic of like the entire United States, and all the states were blue, and it was like a cold weather front is about to just hit the United States and break like up to 300 records. It's about to get so cold, colder than it's ever been. And
oh shit!
I'm just over here like with my space heater, like fuck.
Yeah. I'd be doing the same thing.
But I can only imagine. I do still think that there's a chapter of my life that takes place in Los Angeles, and I can't wait to actually like get out there and just be like, okay, it makes sense for me to be out here.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've definitely seen that people can go out there and be Californicated. You know, they come back saying hella a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the?
Guilty as charged. Hella and dude. I can be like romantically involved with you, and I'd be like, yeah, dude. So,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It just rubs off.
She called me dude, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It does rub off on you, like just like when I first moved there, I didn't love it, like because there's no seasons. Because I like thrive off seasons, but then like I'm kind of getting used to it. I live like near Venice Beach, so it's like a vibe, you know. I'm not in the city. I'm not downtown LA. Okay. I'm not Hollywood. And when I need to go do work, you know, at the studio, half the time I'm even in Venice making beats at a little, at a studio there. But like when I'm working with rappers and vocalists, I got to go into the city and I do my work and then I go back home to the beach. It's pretty chill. Mm-hmm. It's not as bad as like sometimes I make it out to be.
It's just work.
Yeah.
Self-motivation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be like, oh.
Yeah. California's dope. Like I like LA a lot. It's just the main thing that's annoying to me is like the seasons.
Really?
They're not there.
It's just.
I like fall. I like leaves changing. I like seeing things change right before my eyes.
Fashion.
Nature.
Right? Fall fashion, winter fashion.
Yeah, the fashion in LA is not fire. Sorry.
Get wrecked, LA.
I love New York fashion and European fashion.
Yeah.
A lot. New York's slaps.
Pooch.
Atlanta has some great fashion too.
Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. Actually, this is like one of the fastest growing places for people our age in the country.
No way.
And it's actually it just passed India and China.
What?
For the #1 global filming location. Like all the Hollywood movies are being made here now. And that's actually partly why I'm here, because I'm in the movie industry.
You're in your hub then.
It's just so random that like I was like thinking that I was about to have to close shop and go out to LA, and now everybody that I know from LA, like all my YouTuber friends, are like coming out here, and I'm just like, guys, this is Atlanta. This is not what you think. It's fucking Atlanta. Like if you don't have a car, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Everything is so far away from each other in Atlanta. So having a car, definitely essential.
Is it so? Why do you think they're coming to Atlanta? Is it cheaper? Is it nicer or bigger?
So
better?
I will say that the price for some of the land out here, and then there's like tax incentives. Like you can get a tax break over if your budget for your production is over a certain amount.
Oh wow! Okay.
A huge thing happened recently, a few years ago. It's like Prop blank. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That stupid prop in North Carolina that the governor decided not to pass, and it basically allowed. It was like the tax incentive law that would have enabled all these content creators and movie studios in North Carolina to have the kind of tax breaks that are here in Georgia, but he didn't pass it. So everybody closed their shop in North Carolina and came down here to Georgia.
Wow.
And like when Marvel started shooting all the Marvel movies, that single figure that like we just hit like the $14 billion income from the film industry. Like there's all these jobs here that weren't here before.
That's great.
Yeah, and so it's really cool because like even in this place right now, there's like a prop house over there. They're making like puppets. I know this one guy makes eyeballs like for the puppets. Like his job is just to make the eyeballs. I was over there like interviewing him the other day. I was like, wow, because I mean it is like the most detailed PBS ass creation of some eyeballs. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So like Atlanta's just a hub right now for if you're going to be in the entertainment industry. So
that's good to know.
Music and film.
I love Atlanta.
Most of the, like you can go on location, but a lot of the stuff down here has kind of been done before.
Right. Okay.
So I see a lot of artists going elsewhere to shoot their music videos that are like Atlanta based.
Right. Okay.
If you're not going to get a sound stage and build a set or anything crazy like that, then it might be better going somewhere else to shoot your video. But it's been wild over the past decade to just see Atlanta evolve into this hub for this kind of activity. So I don't know. Hopefully I won't be going anywhere soon.
Yeah, doesn't sound like it with all the things booming right now here for video movie.
You excited about the show on Saturday?
I'm super excited. Yeah, I love Atlanta. Their energy is like they're very open to music. All kinds.
It's like your trap superpowers just start activating the moment you get off the plane. You're like, oh my god.
No, it's all my favorite
Must
shit.
whip it up.
Yeah, facts. This is exactly what happens when I get off the plane. I just start shaking and I hold my bowl and shit starts happening.
You just start rolling blunts back to back. Like, oh my god.
Literally.
I didn't even know I could roll a blunt.
You get a blunt and you get a blunt. The whole audience gets blunts. I don't even have to play music. We're good.
What do you say we get out of here and get some coffee?
I'm so down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But before we get out of here, just because we got the eyes and the ears of everybody that you know and love listening in,
yes,
let these folks know something.
I appreciate you guys and I love you guys. And now I'm blushing. I've been fine the whole interview and I'm like, okay, so.
It's whipped cream on Instagram. Y'all go follow the girl.
Yeah. Follow me.
Heck yeah.
Thank you for this.
Oh, no problem.
That's awesome.
It's Ben Scarborough and Whipped Cream chilling here at Third Eye Collective in the secret room, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace out.